Hi, Capricorn, Healing Grasshopper here to do a reading for you for the second week in June, the 8th to the 14th. Judgment. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Both of these R's. Judgment reversed? No. I mean, judgment reversed. I said justice. All of these, right? Oh, I love to see this like this. Okay. So, judgment. Judgment is an announcement to you from the universe to change. It's kind of like, I don't know where this came from, but I don't know if you've been to like weddings in catering halls where you're at the cocktail party for a while and then all of a sudden the music turns on and the double doors open into the reception area. That's weird. I don't know. That's what uh Spirit just showed me. It's like, here it is. It's time to transition into something new. What you deserve is coming for you. Or not even that. Things are starting to balance out, right? Because for a long time we felt like we've had an imbalance in our lives against our favor, right? And those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And the reason why I say our and we in Capricorn reading is because I am a Capricorn sun. So, and I do spend a little bit more time with Capricorns and a little bit extra attention with you guys because I'm in the trenches with you. I understand what you're going through. And it's not that I don't understand what the other signs are going through. It's just that I know firsthand that we go through it more than the other signs. Saturn really does test us. All right. So for the past 20 years, and I know those of you who follow me, you're tired of me talking about it probably, but Pluto being in Capricorn for the past 20 years and then transitioning to Pluto transitioning into Aquarius in November has really been a shift in our lives. And I know a lot of you are talking about, what are you talking about? Shift? Everything is as terrible as ever. You know, I didn't feel any changes in November. I feel you. Um, but transitions, when we're talking about uh, not just transitions, events, astrological events, um, aren't always rapid. It's kind of a gradual thing. It's like eclipses where you can feel the effects several months before and several months after, and even longer months after, right? So this is what we're talking about. Excuse me, I'm coughing a little. So, so the justice is telling us that, it's kind of like, when you're in a plane and you feel the plane turning, and sometimes it can be pretty drastic where you're kind of leaning to one side, like you really feel the tug to one side, and then the plane rights itself again is what I'm feeling. Kind of like that too, where The plane doesn't like turn and then jerk you this way. It's kind of like a gradual, this is what I'm getting from the Justice card, too. Then we have the Ten of Wands. That's just depicting what I was talking about, how we all feel like, I don't feel like anything's changed. Everything's terrible as it's always been, but look at him. He looks overburdened, but he's almost back home, right? Where he can put down all of his wands and have a rest and a nice meal and that kind of thing and relax and enjoy the spoils of his labors, right? So, and that's very much emphasized in this line here with these other cards because, and the position that it's in, right? This is, like I said, uh, the universe calling attention to a shift in your life and a balancing things out and an ending to your burdens. But again, the moon is so perfect. The moon being here is exactly what I said. This is like, I don't see it. Um, Now I just heard God works in mysterious ways. We don't see the, you know, the gears and the levers behind the mechanism of the universe, right? We don't see all of that. But, once the universe is ready, we're presented with a blessing. And, we can kind of look back on it later with clarity. But once we're in it, in the moment, we're like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm lost. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is terrible. Is all the moon is talking about here, all those things. Can we have the emphasis card, please? Strength, right? And then this here. Uh, Things are balancing out. A reward for your perseverance and your strength. Because after all, we are Capricorns. That's what we do. We're on a difficult cliff. What do? We climb it with strength. And the outcome of that is the Four of Wands. Now, here's the Ten of Wands with you, overburdened. And the Four of Wands is like you've arrived and you're having your party here. You're celebrating. And, there was a little bit of I don't know what to call it, really a sadness, but some kind of a somber feeling that I can't put my words to just now that I got in telling you this because since the beginning of last year, January 2024, when I started this channel, I've been like, things are terrible, but it's getting better. You can do it, you know? And I kind of, maybe it's so many things I'm feeling right now, but most of it is the fatigue. Like, you guys, like, oh, grasshopper, stop. You know, like you just don't see yourself in this Four of Wands at all. You're going to get there, Capricorn. You're getting there. You're getting there. Was ours dinosaurs reversed? No. Again, perfect placement under the moon. We have nine of swords. This is the worry card, the nightmare card, the anxiety card. You don't see light at the end of the tunnel, and it's causing you stress and anxiety. As you're climbing, you're like, oh, when am I ever going to get there? We've got the King of Cups under strength. The King of Cups is about managing the Nine of Swords, managing the anxiety and the stress, and not letting us impede us on our way forward. The Six of Cups really, wow. I don't think I've ever gotten this interpretation quite like this. I just got dizzy when I got the interpretation. I have talked about this in Capricorn readings before, but I don't know if it was with the Six of Cups. At any rate, and chills now. So there is something that is always said about Capricorns is that we age backwards. That Capricorn children are number one, very precocious, but very, very serious children. Because in the beginning of our lives, we are burdened with heavier things than other children are. A number of us can, you know, have deaths of parents when we're little, and then have to raise your siblings. That kind of heavy burden on a child. You know, alcoholic parents, living in having a disaster like you're a child and your house is destroyed by a tornado or an earthquake or something like that, and it's disrupted your life and made your life difficult throughout your whole childhood and your adolescence and early adulthood where you're struggling, right? And then at the uh, end of our life, we become children because Saturn eases up on us and allows us to enjoy life as it's been testing us this whole time, right? So aging backwards, we go from, you know, old ladies and men to children, right? Playful, enjoying life and that kind of thing. And here it is towards the end of your reading, in the completion of your reading. It's just so beautiful, Capricorn. I want you also to allow yourself to feel all of this. Yank yourself out of this. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay? Because you're manifesting that. Okay? I have started to put um, Joe Dispenza, links to Joe Dispenza's videos in the descriptions now. Because I have a lot of readings where, and it's because of the the position that we are in astrology, the astrological position that we're in, and in the Great Ascension and everything, that all of the sun signs are going through some type of struggle at different times, right? So, and a lot of the signs, all of the signs at some point are like, oh, I don't see it. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, the sun's never going to come out. The sky is falling, right? So I'm like, listen, you've really got to change your focus and practice brain heart coherence that Joe Dispenza talks about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should definitely go look in the description below and click on the link and watch that video. I have no connection to Joe Dispenza, by the way. It's not a plug. I follow Joe Dispenza for my own life, and he is helpful. Will really help you see how your limiting beliefs and your negative self talk is making you spin your wheels in your progression towards your goals. Okay? So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about you in this moment really, really absorbing what I'm telling you here and looking at these cards as I'm talking about them and project this Six of Cups and this Four of Wands. You have to believe that you're going to get there. Well, you don't have to believe. If you don't believe, you may very well be, those of you who are really spinning your wheels, you may very well be manifesting more karmic situations in your life. And I don't want that to be an extra source of stress, because that could just pile on to everything else. It's just give yourself a break, Capricorn. That's all I'm saying. Remember, oops, and I was just going to talk about gratitude. And I looked at my candle and realized I forgot, like a Capricorn, to light my gratitude candle. Wow, what a good example. We forget gratitude sometimes because we are earth signs. We're so caught up in the physical plane that we forget to stop and look at our blessings. Because even though we're children of Saturn, there are blessings. We have blessings. The meal that you just ate was a blessing, or you're about to eat. The roof that you have over your head, uh, your furry children, your real children. There are things we tend to focus on our deficits and not on our blessings, is what I'm saying, right? Let's just try and focus on our blessings more so we can multiply them. Yeah. So your outcome here is a reflection of the moon, and of course, it's on the same line here but it's somewhat different than, it's just a tiny bit different than the regular interpretation and how it usually comes out. Usually it's like, I don't know what to do, and I can't see it, which it always is because this person is blindfolded, right? They are blinding themselves to their next decision because twos are all about decisions. But what this is really saying is this is your sentiment is what's next. So it's a little bit less than, oh, I don't see it. The moon is talking about that, yes, but this is like, okay, what's next? And also, like, I'll believe it when I see it too. I feel that from you guys. After I said all that I said, you're like, yeah, okay, grasshopper, I'll believe it when I see it. Fair enough, right? Because again, we're Capricorns, and Capricorns are never Pollyannas. We're never the type of people that are like, yay, everything's gonna be great, it's perfect. We are the pessimists of the zodiac, right? We always see the problems, the potential problems, you know, and any potential positive outcomes are like, yeah, I don't know about that. So that's what this is. This is very Capricorn. Like, okay, if you say so. I don't see it, but sure. It's kind of funny. I love you, Capricorns. Reversed? No. Okay. I love that it's not reversed. So, our first clarification card is I'm going to be selfish here, and but not really, because this is the message from Spirit here. This is more of a communication to me than it is to you. What do I mean by that? The Two of Wands is about making a choice and acting on that choice to create something better in your life. This is Spirit telling me that you will, right? Because I was talking about all before about our pessimism, but this is Spirit telling me to tell you, but this is like addressing my worry that you guys are spinning your wheels. And I've been very much concerned about that, by the way, since I first started reading for you guys on YouTube, because I felt the energy. I knew what was happening. I knew that you guys were really going through it. I knew about the past 20 years and how difficult they were, because they were for me, you know? And there were times last year where it was like, yeah, there's optimism. But I did feel like stragglers of Capricorns that were like, no, things are terrible. So I did some videos like bonuses, like no Capricorn left behind. And I would go back for you guys and really talk to you guys and try and get you on board. Um, I just overturned the deck mindlessly, and there's the Fool. Um, this is telling me that, again, this is reflecting the judgment. Like, we're about to do something new. We've got to grab it by the horns and just do it. That I'm not concerned with Capricorn. We're not like Libra, where we just get stuck in indecision. You know, we assess things and find out what we need to do very quickly, and we hop on it, right? But what the Fool was just telling me, though, was more like take the leap, but with optimism, right? And the Fool for a Capricorn is almost never a warning, right? Because the Fool is double edged. It can mean, like I said, take the leap with optimism, or don't be careless and jump off the ledge without assessing things first. I don't, that's something that you very, very seldom have to tell a Capricorn, because like I said, we're the pessimists. We will double, triple, quadruple check that things are safe before we do that. We totally believe in Murphy's Law. So we abide by that, right? So the Fool was like, you know, take the leap, but enjoy it and be optimistic about it. The Lovers. Is this reversed? It is reversed. Okay, we're gonna come back to the Lovers. What else do we have? Oh, here's our card. This is the card that every Capricorn wants to see, the Ten of Pentacles. This is our favorite card. You know, material wealth and material abundance and an arrival, at our goals and enjoying them. Um, but that's under Wands, huh? So this is saying that you're working towards something. You've chosen your path. You're working towards your path, and that you will get material success from that. Your reward is coming. The Seven of Pentacles. But again, you're like, when is it coming already? Let's do clarification of the outcome and then we'll come back around to the levers. That's right, though. The generosity card, the Six of Pentacles. This simply says, give yourself a break, right? Because I remember I said that this Two of Swords outcome is what's next. I'll believe it when I see it. And this is Spirit saying, come on, don't be such a curmudgeon. There's another Capricornian word. We are the curmudgeons of the zodiac, right? We can be a little Eeyore like. Um, Boy, once we get into this Six of Cups, we're very different. We're like, yay, the world is great, everything's fabulous. I got my coins, I'm so happy. And then telling the rest of the zodiac signs that they need to lighten up. We definitely will change roles. Oh wait. Okay. So, Spirit, tell me about the lovers here, please. Ooh, we got judgment. Okay. Okay. So we've got Two of Pentacles. Wait, I've got something. Okay. I didn't see the King of Pentacles, too. Are all three of these? Yes. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles talks about managing of a situation and managing it well, like juggling things and creating balance with everything. King of Pentacles talks about stability and other things, but mostly for this, it's, juggling things to create stability. And judgment here is like in our karmic situations. So, Capricorns are no stranger to karmic lessons. Saturn throws them at us all the time. We are supposed to be learning some heavy lessons in life, right? The lovers river, the lovers in general is about making a choice and assessment of relationships. It doesn't automatically mean right away like romantic bliss. It's kind of like there are two people faced with each other. What will they do? Where will they take this? It's kind of like the old soap operas from like the 50s and 60s with the organs playing. They're like, what will so and so say? That kind of thing. I can hear organs with the lovers. So it's kind of a cliffhanger type card. It's not a declaration. I see the Two of Cups as more the declaration, like, oh, look, two people who are choosing each other and dig each other. Lover's not that, right? It is reversed. So this is kind of trouble in paradise, trouble in relationships, and not just romantic either. So this is like kind of a side reading here because everything here is talking mostly about life in general and your material pursuits and that kind of thing and reassurance in that. But Spirit is saying here, like, there's still some cleaning up that you need to do in your relationships, which I'm kind of surprised to see because I assumed that, excuse me, the Capricorn collective has kind of already been through our cleaning house. Um, but, and a lot of us have, like, a lot of us have cleaned house quite a bit and closed out relationships. But this is kind of like you're not done yet. And be careful with the people that you're presently coming across. You have learned a lot about red flags and dealing with people, and we kind of, and I know this is true for me, like, we kind of feel like, oh, that's in the past, those icky people, and I'm moving forward, and I'm not going to accept anyone in my life but my soul tribe from now on, right? Great. But that doesn't mean that the universe is going to be like, ding, great. You're all the perfect people and a big flood of perfect people all the time, right? We are still in a mix of people. We're ascending, but we're still in the mix with the lower vibrational people. We can't escape that. They're always going to be there, right? And sometimes these people in the low vibration, no matter how skilled we are, can be a little bit more difficult to spot than others, right? And I suppose I've experienced that. Like it's just warning you, Capricorn, that you just be vigilant and manage things and just don't put your guard down, is what it's saying. The judgment card, especially, is, and you know, I'm going back from the judgment card, my eyes to the lovers, judgment lovers. And the other thing with karmic lessons, too, is that grade school just came to mind how you can graduate from something, you can graduate from grade school and then you go to high school and, you hate math and like me. And you throw away your math book or, like every year in school, get rid of your math book and give it back or whatever, throw it in the garbage and you're like, yay, that math class is over. But then you go to your next grade and there's still math. It's that kind of thing where, yes, you did graduate from the school of red flags, maybe, but you're in graduate school and there are still red flags. There are more complicated red flags that you have to deal with. So, do we have any more tarot? No, advice cards. Okay, so really digest that and really stay watchful that people don't creep into your life. And then the other thing is, don't talk yourself out of things. Because Lord knows I love to do this, even still to this day, where you intuitively get a feeling about someone and you talk yourself out of it. Like, oh, that's not nice. Don't think that. Give them a chance or whatever. And then things get worse. And you're like, oh boy, I should have listened to my intuition, 2 months ago when I was feeling a way about this person. And now things are worse. And here I am still in that kind of thing where if you feel something, you've really got to stop and assess it and don't talk yourself out of it. You know, that's all. Okay. Any more? No. So you've got one Sacred Destiny card as your advice. What do we got? Happiness. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That's really what a Capricorn needs to see. Capricorn, you will be happy. I know that you're in the Two of Swords mode right now, right? But you will be happy, and you really need to believe that, okay? Stop beating yourself up. You're going to be okay. You're doing a good job. Capricorns always do, but we never stop to congratulate ourselves. Let's do that on top of the gratitude, by the way. Let's be grateful for ourselves and our own efforts, you know? And you're making your gratitude list. Let's include ourselves. I thank myself for my excellent judgment, not perfect, but excellent judgment, my intellect, my perseverance, my competence, whatever it is you want to be grateful for, thank yourself for. Let's do that instead of, oh, I did this wrong. I should have done that better. Or, you know, let's be kinder to ourselves. Didn't we have, um, didn't we have the Six of Pentacles somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we're going to give ourselves a break, right? Okay? So, Capricorn, happiness, it's on the way. The Ten of Pentacles is on the way. It's coming. We have to be patient. We have to have strength. The strength card is under there, right? So, I will see you soon. I love to hear from you guys, especially the Capricorns in the comment section. I love to engage with you. Let me know what's on your minds that, um, it may inspire me to do a bonus reading. Also, look, giving me, adding comments helps me with the algorithm. I'm not going to lie. But I like the comments really for the encouragement. Like I feel like I'm helping someone here. So it's more than just the algorithm, I promise you. And I promise you you're going to feel that when I answer every single one of your comments because I do answer every single one with gusto. I love talking to you guys, okay? So let me hear from you. Looking forward to speaking to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs. So every single one is appreciated. And I thank you in advance. I will speak to you soon, Capricorn. Love, light, and many blessings.